If you want small space friendly, sophisticated, simple swaps to make when it comes to your home decor, this is the video for you. I'm gonna show you how to decorate for fall without leaving you falling over your fall decor. This is probably going to be the most useful decorating video I've ever made, and I'm so excited to do so in partnership with QVC, but I'll tell you more about them later on. Let's get into it. So today's focus is fall decor because we wanna decorate for fall, but we wanna keep it sleek, we wanna keep it sophisticated, and we want to keep it livable. Tip number one is to take your pre-existing taper candles and put them in some hot water. I know, bear with me. You're gonna put them in some hot water, and that's going to make them super malleable. This way you can shape them into ghosts or skeletons or whatever it is you want, maybe even Christmas trees if you wanna get a jump start on that holiday season, and you're able to do so with your pre-existing items. Then you can take those taper candles and put them in a candelabra, a basic taper candle holder. It does not matter to me, but I know you already own those things, and you can put like little eyes on them if you want them to look like ghosts. That's what I did. This is so simple, and you can use this using items you already have. This way you're not buying any new home decor, and frankly, when the season is over, you can scrape off the paint and you can remelt it to remold it into something that you can use year round. This is sustainable, and it's really, really cute, and it's a little bit of fall charm without going super overboard. Now, tip number two is the easiest, and it is the most neutral. You're gonna be like, okay, I didn't really do anything, but I also did a lot. It is a big impact item, and that's going to be to layer textiles that are fuzzy. Fuzziness is what you're looking for. So that's gonna be faux fur, it's gonna be chenille, it's gonna be something like this Barefoot Dreams blanket. And you can go for neutral colors. So I got this in the pearl from QVC, something really simple like this. You can see just like the texture in it. It's so cute, it is so simple, it's cozy, it just fills you with warmth, and it looks warm, and that's what we want. We want things that kind of exude the vibe of the season that we're going into. And this, you can use this for fall, you can use this for winter. Honestly, you can keep it around for spring as well because it is so neutral, but it just kind of screams cozy. You're like, oh, I just wanna cuddle up in that. And that's how we want our homes to feel during the season. I love this Barefoot Dreams option so much that I also got a ribbed tee by Barefoot Dreams from QVC. They have it all over there. And again, just kind of screams fall with the cozy vibes. Now, I know I'm throwing out all these amazing products at you, and you're like, Kiva, where do I get them? Well, the answer is QVC, and I do want to say huge thanks again to QVC for sponsoring today's video. QVC is my go-to source for affordable, high-quality products at a great value. One of my favorite things about QVC is that they have the brands that we know and love. So Mackenzie Childs, Barefoot Dreams, brands that we love, QVC has them, and the website is so easy to shop. Plus, QVC is always up to date with the latest trends. So when it comes to fall decor, I promise you're going to peruse the website and immediately add to cart. They even have some of their winter season items out, and oh my gosh, am I ready to decorate already? And it's only September. And QVC is a one-stop shop. They don't just have home decor, they have beauty products, jewelry, fashion, kitchen gadgets. They have so many wonderful products. You can shop everything I featured today directly from QVC. I've linked all the goodies down in my description box. The next way you're really gonna establish a cozy vibe in your house is with lighting. So I want you to look at all of your light bulbs, and I want you to say, oh my God, that is daylight. That is performing surgery light, okay? And I want you to switch those light bulbs. So you can get a smart light bulb, you can switch out the light bulbs. You don't need to get an expensive one. You can get another light bulb for $2.50 somewhere, or at least you used to be able to. So I want you to make sure that the lights in your home are a little bit more warm than they normally are. Of course, if it's your office where you're like doing very precise work, don't apply that in there, but everywhere else in the home, you want some warm options. And this is probably going to blow your mind, and this is probably the best product I'm showing in today's video. This is a desk attaching electrical socket. So that's gonna be a game changer when decorating for fall because you have cords everywhere. You're trying to plug in your phone, your candle warmer, your task lamps, your uplighting. You're trying to get that vibe that I'm telling you how to achieve, but there are cords everywhere. How are we gonna do that? With this. So this will attach to your desktop, to your table. It has this nice cushion so it's not gonna hurt your table. 2 normal USB ports, USB-C port, and 3 electrical sockets. You can plug in your entire life right here. You can even charge your phone and have all of your decor. And it's just gonna hide on the side of your furniture, on the back of your furniture, and it's gonna stop all of those cords from being on the floor without you having to get 50 million baskets to hide your cords, but it's not really hiding your cords. This is going to help you decorate in a sleek fashion. This is a game changer, and you're gonna use this year round. You're even gonna use this on your desk when you don't have anything to decorate for because it just makes so much sense in terms of having a sleek space. this. Now, if you don't feel like switching out your light bulbs, which is fair, I want you to infuse your house with subtle forms of light, whether that is a table lamp, whether it is something like this. So these are faux candlesticks, right? So it has the brass base, it flickers like a real candle. Scatter these everywhere. So this is great because, again, it's battery operated. You don't have to remember to blow something out. You can put these on your windowsills. You can put them in your styling. You can put them on your bookcase. Something like this is going to be great for adding in that vibe. Honestly, after 4 p.m., I do not want to see an overhead light on. I don't care what you have to do. No overhead lights. We want something vibey like this for fall because this screams fall. You're like, oh, I just want to lay back. I want to watch Halloween Town. I want to chill, and this gives that vibe. So I want you to scatter as many LED options like this throughout your home as possible. I know you're gonna have to buy a bunch of batteries, but I promise you it's going to be worth it because it's going to just look so much more moody and cozy. And get something like this one. It flickers. It flickers, so it helps sell that candle vibe. That's exactly what you want. And speaking of scattering items into your pre-existing styling, that's what I want you to do. For every vignette you have in your space, I want you to swap out one item for something that is fall themed. So whether that is a pine cone, whether that is a bowl of acorns, whether that is like a little pumpkin like this, that's what I want you to get. And honestly, you can go bold with it or you can go neutral. So this is Mackenzie Childs. You know, Mackenzie Childs has so many different color options of things like that. I wanted the true orange color because orange to me screams fall and orange is the color of a pumpkin, okay? But you can get something in a more neutral color, but with the shape of a pumpkin. Just add little things like this, but don't take your entire side table and put 50 pumpkins on it. Don't do that. Just take one item out of your vignette and do a little switcheroo. That's how I want you to go about it. And don't be afraid to style places other than your coffee table. So your side tables, your nightstands, your dressers, your bookcases, your kitchen islands, I want you to have little elements. Another pro tip is look at the brass finish on this, the gold finish on this. This is what I want you to look for the holiday season. I want you to get classy brass colors like this. I don't want you to get something super cheesy because it's gonna start to feel yellow. It's gonna start to feel gaudy and overwhelming. This is what we want to look for. The next simple space-saving swap you're gonna make for the fall season that isn't going to overwhelm your house is you're going to swap the florals in your existing vases. You're not going out and buying a new vase. No, we're not doing that. We're taking the florals that are currently in the vase and replacing them with something else. It is going to be a 1-to-1 swap. And then you're going to take those florals that you had before and you're going to vacuum seal them so that they're really, really easy to store, okay? You don't need to buy new florals every year. Of course, if you're buying fresh florals, you can buy them every year, but you have to take care of them and that really, really adds up price-wise. So just do a swap. When you're buying vases, when you're buying vessels, you want to make sure that they are neutral enough to work for all of the different seasons. Again, we're just making really, really minute swaps that are going to make a huge impact. I mean, just think about the arrangement that you see now. You see burgundy, you think fall. If I had pine in there, you would think winter. If I had fresh lilies in there, you might think spring. So the floral that you choose has a huge impact. So it's not always about changing your actual home decor and taking up more space and adding more things. It's about doing a little swap. And same thing goes if you have any little trays or bowls. I know we all buy them and we don't fill them with anything. This is your opportunity to fill them with acorns, scented pine cones, something like that. Something that screams fall, that smells like fall, but doesn't take up too much space. The goal here is to only add decor in spaces that are only decorated, not add them in places where we actually need to use that space. Another fun, simple swap is just to switch out your coffee mug. So maybe you have a plain coffee mug there now. Add in a pumpkin themed one or an acorn themed one, or you can just switch the color of it. Instead of doing white, maybe you can do an ochre, a navy, a burgundy, a green. Just having that little pop of color at your coffee machine is going to articulate the season without you having to buy 50 million different things. You don't need 10 mugs, okay? Unless there are 10 people who live in your home. Another thing you're gonna do in the kitchen is you're just gonna switch out your dish rags. Honestly, you might just have dish rags that look like this all the time. But again, the same colors I just mentioned for the coffee mug, that's what we're gonna do with our dish rags. So maybe we'll do brown, we'll do green, we'll do burgundy. I'm just repeating the same colors again, but only swap out items that have utility so that we don't feel like we're buying something just to buy it. We are actually having a use for them and they are pretty items as well. Now, this one is super fun and it can be really affordable because you can DIY this. But a great way to make your art feel a little bit more fall themed is to just switch out the mat on it. So not the frame, not the artwork, just change up the mat. So you can paint the mat. You can use some peel and stick wallpaper. You can use peel and stick vinyl, but just change out the mat on your artwork. So again, this only really works if you have neutral artwork or if you have artwork that has any of these colors. Don't put like a burgundy mat on like a piece of art that is all, you know, lime green. Maybe that might might not make sense. But if you have a piece of art, maybe like a watercolor or landscape that lends itself to maybe having a more fall themed mat, that is a great way to make a really affordable change because they sell them really affordably. They're also really easy to make out of construction paper. That's how I make mine. And I did these little mock-ups here just to show you how impactful switching the matte color can be and how it can really help you lean into the season. And scent is really, really powerful when it comes to the fall, because when you think fall, you think cinnamon, you think clove, you think PSL. So when we're thinking that, we want to infuse our homes with those smells. So of course you can do like candles, you can do potpourri, you can even change the scent of the dish soap that you're using. You can use the same container you've always used, but you can just change the scent of the soap that you have. But fill your home with those fall scents. Scent is so powerful, and I say this to you all the time. We think about the auditory, right? Maybe we're playing whatever fall themed music is. I don't know what that is. Maybe we are having like the visual element, but we also need to think about how things smell. But okay guys, that's it for today's video. That is how you're going to make some simple, sophisticated, small space friendly swaps for the fall season that aren't going to have you falling over your decor, and you're gonna be cozy, you're gonna look great with your barefoot dreams. It is going to be amazing. If you wanna shop any of the QVC finds that I shared in today's video, I have linked all of the goodies down in the description box, and I'm telling you, I haven't even scratched the surface with all of the amazing things they have on QVC, so do yourself a favor and go shop. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and until next time, have a beautiful day.